It's been more than 10 years now, but I still remember the tearful moment of Fives' death. I remember how much I hated Commander Fox, and I even remember later on when Ahsoka escaped and that it was none other than Captain Rex again involved in all of this. Not only was he defending Ahsoka's honor against Fox, who was determined to get her and thought she was indeed the one who bombed the Jedi Temple. They had a small fight. Rex and Fox just couldn't get along, but I remember also that Rex was the one who was beside Fives as he died. In the end, of course, you remember that during Order 66, it was the words of Fives who ultimately saved not only Ahsoka, but Rex as well. Of course, Rex remembers all of this, and in the Bad Batch during this entire process, what we've seen, Rex hasn't yet talked about it. And I definitely want an episode where Brad Rao or Dave Filoni step in and start talking more about the past. You see, we only focus when we see on Rex, we only see him focused on what's going to happen next, what's the next move, and how do we go here and there, how do we save this and that. But I sometimes enjoy the chillaxing moments where these clones just sit down and talk. And I don't think the Bad Batch are very well versed on what actually Rex went through, because if you watch the Clone Wars series, Rex is just all over the place. He has basically survived through everything. Not only does he have information on General Anakin Skywalker, who he served under during the entire Clone Wars series, but he also saw a lot of his brothers killed, die for nothing. He was even present, if you remember, during the insane and downright wretched Jedi Master Pong Krell on Umbara. It was Rex who went through that. It was Rex who needed to make a tough decision. So if you watch the Clone Wars, this is why Rex is such a central figure, more so than anybody else, even Commander Cody or Commander Fox, even Fives by this point, because Fives realized the most important thing, that was Order 66 coming, but Rex went through a whole lot more. All of these things that have happened, I would really like for Rex to talk about it more, especially discuss it with Omega, who practically doesn't know anything. She wants to save clones and she wants to help Rex, but she doesn't know anything about them. This would lend credence to Omega's character. When she wants to help out the clones, she will be even more convincing now, knowing who Fives was, what he went through, how he was killed by Commander Fox. Was it justifiable? This is a debate that is going on to this day among the fans. I mean, for me personally, I've made my opinion very, very clear when it comes to Commander Fox, because as most fans, I kind of hate Fox because he completely sided with Chancellor Palpatine and he ultimately was responsible for killing Fives. We all know that DC-15s could be set to stun, so it was no excuse for Fox to shoot him right in the heart. So before I move on, I would like to actually have an episode where Rex talks to the Bad Batch and Omega about Fox, about Fives, about Pong Krell, and a whole lot more, because Rex has gone through a lot. An episode where Rex talks about everything. Especially, I would love a moment where Rex actually recollects what happened during that time where Fox thinks he was justified in killing Fives. I've seen, of course, the other opinions, and this is why there is this community. This is why I love you guys, because in the comments we have a lot of back and forths, and I love to see both sides. I'm kind of a middle guy, actually, except for this one. I'm really frustrated by this moment, but I'm gonna give a shot to the other opinion as well, which says that Fox, of course, was completely justified in killing Fives and shooting him in the heart, and describing Fives like this. So Fives was at the time a drugged maniac clone who took a Jedi and a captain hostage after trying to kill the Chancellor of the Republic. Keeping this in mind, Fox approaches and Fives is going for the blaster pistol. You give him multiple warnings not to pick up that gun, and at that point where you see that he is going for it, you shoot him. Now, whether this is an unpopular opinion or not, I have my opinion on this, and my opinion is that whatever circumstances were, if in the Bad Batch these guys cannot justify shooting clones because they are our brothers and we see them constantly stunning clones, then why would Fox not stun Fives? It just doesn't make any sense because it has the same effect. We've seen what the stun function can do. It has the same effect as shooting a blaster, but instead you don't kill a person, you just incapacitate him completely. Of course, ever since that moment, speculation have gone rampant. Even myself, I had speculated that I think at the time Fox had gotten a kill order on Fives directly from up above. Maybe not Palpatine himself, but he was a Coruscanti guard, so essentially they were under the direct orders of either Masamita, Palpatine, or somebody down below, even Sly Moore. So either one of those could have given the order to kill on sight. This is why technically, yes, he could have used the stun feature, but Palpatine probably wanted him dead. Again, I would like to give the other side the option to talk to me down below in the comments, and please don't go berating each other. Let's really talk about this because to me, it's kind of fascinating how people view Fox still to this day. So the other issue, of course, why Fox shot Fives was that the stun blasts are mostly circular shape and they do not hit a target precisely. They could hit other targets as well if they're close together. So the reasoning behind Fox not stunning Fives is that there was no way from where Fox was sitting that he couldn't just hit Fives with the stun, he would hit the hostages as well. And that the stun feature is good only in short range of your enemy. So Fox may have been standing too far away for him to be able to stun where he was standing. But these people kind of forget that the hostages were actually inside Ray shields, Anakin, Rex, and so forth. And so what's even more crazier is that if you watch the episodes, Fox was trying to stun Ahsoka from much further away. Even Rex stunned clones during Order 66 from a farther distance. So this is not really an excuse. Essentially how I view it is this: was Fox justified in shooting? Of course, by protocol, yes. But was he justified to enter the building with his weapon set on anything but stun, knowing that a clone is involved? Absolutely not. They hunted Ahsoka with stun shots when she was accused of a terrorist attack that did end up in actual deaths. Everything Fives did was alleged, so they had even more reasoning to stun him and not actually directly kill him. You see what I mean? Just by me talking, the nostalgia has already gotten to me and I'm talking emotionally now, but this is why Rex needs to talk about Fox more and about Fives, about that entire situation. This is why we need an episode in the Bad Batch, or perhaps, as I've constantly said now, a new clone series where we follow Rex. I really am tired kinda of the Bad Batch. Not really, I want to see this season end, of course, and by what we've seen, not in a very good note, it's not going to end great, but Rex has a chance to revitalize what we had during the Clone Wars, those epic moments where not only did we get action, but the Clone Wars are much more than action. They are lore expanding. They make us fall in love with these characters. So that would be just spectacular. Talk to me down below in the comments.